The Hyperion Corporation, formerly headed by Handsome Jack, was known for sleek designs, their new U system, which, let's be honest, Roland should have probably invested in, and most notably their shotguns. But there's more than just shotguns on this list. These are my top 10 best Hyperion weapons in Borderlands history.
It's a top 10 list. Do we really need to say we're starting with 10?
Starting us off at number 10 is a gun that I would wager most of you guys have never used and probably never even heard of before. The proprietary license is one of the coolest overall weapons in Borderlands history, combining elements from multiple manufacturers into one gun. It has the crit ricochet of JAKOBS weapons, the exploding stickies from Torg, 4-round burst from Dahl with the ability to burst fire skip like you can with the Nighthawken, guaranteed elemental modifier of Malawan, Hyperion shield, and increasing accuracy as you shoot. The end result of all these gimmicks stuffed into one gun is a beastly SMG capable of mobbing with some of the best SMGs in Borderlands 3. Obtainable from the Hydragoian in the third DLC, The Bounty of Blood, the proprietary license is also one of the easiest items on this list to obtain with a 33% drop rate.
Now let's see number 9!
Coming in at number 9 is the Excalibastard. This pre-sequel laser is obtainable from the Stanton's Liver map by jumping across these platforms to this location where you can pull it from its stone only when you've obtained a badass rank of 2500 or higher. Now you can only do this one time per character, so make sure you do it at max level. This gun is locked to always being cryo, and that's actually an extremely positive bonus for this powerful melee tool, since enemies affected by cryo take 250% additional melee damage and 200% more critical and explosive damage as well. Additionally, freezing your enemies keeps them from moving, which obviously makes melee attacks just easier in general. The Excalibastard is an extremely fun melee weapon, and it paved the way for some more awesome weapons in the future of the franchise.
Number 8!
Sliding in at number 8 and probably sending a bunch of you guys directly to the comment section to complain is the Reflux from Borderlands 3. Yes, I know it's very good. Yes, I know what it's capable of, but I also find it less powerful than everything that I rank above it. The Reflux is a Mayhem 6 and above drop from Genevieve in the Voracious Canopy map on Eden 6, and it drops at a respectable 11.4% drop rate. Now, while this gun is very good, it is locked to corrosive only for the element, limiting its overall usefulness, and thus why I ranked it down here a little bit lower than you'd probably expect. But when it's effective, it's very effective. Chaining damage between enemies, this is an exceptional mobbing tool. I very highly rate this gun. Even though it's only number 8 on this list, this is a list of extremely powerful weapons.
Number 7!
At number 7 is a shotgun that a lot of Borderlands 3 players probably never even tried, the Convergence. This gun can world drop throughout the Fantastic Fustercluck DLC from various named enemies, but if you want to farm the source, that's Dr. Benedict in the Benediction of Pain map at a 10% drop chance. You can also obtain it from the True Trials version of the Hag of Fervor at a staggering 50% drop chance, but trust me, you don't want to farm it there. The Convergence is basically the Borderlands 2 conference call, since the Borderlands 3 conference call is dog water. Hitting an enemy with this gun will spawn multiple orbs around the struck enemy. The number of orbs is 3 times the damage multiplier. So if you get a times 3 by your damage number, then you'll get 9 orbs. If you get a times 8 version, you get 24 orbs. So obviously this is one of the few shotguns where most players will prefer the redundant prefix. Even though it will consume more ammo per shot, it will do substantially more damage. This gun comes in all elements and can also be non-elemental, just a beast of a weapon that deserves a lot more love.
And now for number 6!
In Borderlands 2, most of the Seraph weapons are, as my fellow kids say, mid, but the Interfacer stands tall among Seraph items as one of the few very strong ones. This shotgun comes in all elements or can be non-elemental. It has a 60% crit damage bonus, shoots pellets that all spawn 2 more pellets at a certain distance, and unlike most other guns, you don't get a movement speed decrease while aiming down sights. Like most Hyperion weapons, the longer you shoot, the more accurate it gets, but generally you're only going to have maybe a 14 mag size on this thing, so you need to get accurate and find find the ideal range for this gun quickly. Like most Seraph items, the real problem with this item is how to obtain it. On normal and true vault hunter mode, both Ak and Veracitous have a 0.5% chance to drop this, so not even worth trying. Dexidius also has a low drop chance to get it at 1.5% in normal and true vault hunter mode, so again, not worth it. But in ultimate mode, Veracitous has a 50% drop chance for this gun, but just getting it isn't the end of the farm. You're going to want one with good parts like a Hyperion grip and elements of your choice at the very least, so it could take quite a few Veracitous kills to snag a good one.
That's a number!
Now for a controversial pick at number 5 is the Guardian Angel. That's right, a shotgun that barely seems to do damage when you shoot it at enemies is above the Convergence, the Interfacer, and the Reflux. But before you go crazy and dislike the video, the Guardian Angel boosts the damage of everything else you do. Hold this gun and throw a grenade and it gets 500% bonus damage if you keep your distance from enemies. Pair this with a Hex or a Fish Slap or even the Fastball and just watch enemies die. But that's not all. It can also boost damage from action skills and other weapons. Shoot the Sandhawk at an enemy, then swap to the Guardian Angel before the projectiles hit, and all those projectiles get 500% damage boost. This applies to every gun. Shoot it and then swap to this. Just remember to keep range. It also can do something wild with Moes. Just use JAKOBS railguns and have a Guardian Angel with a railgun damage anoint jump into the back of Iron Bear and watch it destroy everything. The Guardian Angel is available from the DLC 6 Director's Cut as a vault card reward. Just remember that the first one you get will be non-anointed, so you'll need to unlock a second one to get anointments on this thing. I want to point out one other thing about this gun that nobody seems to talk about. It's essentially the Sandhawk from Borderlands 2. It shoots slow-moving projectiles in the shape of a bird, does moderate damage on its own, but gets most of its boost from other sources. In Borderlands 2, this gun is often thought of as a gauge-only weapon, but not so fast, my friend. The Fibber with a B can absolutely wreck for every Vault Hunter. Just make sure you get the right version of this gun, which is the main problem. The easiest way to tell if you have the right one is the damage number. In normal mode, it'll be 4 digits long. In True Vault Hunter mode, it's 5 digits long. In Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, it's 6 digits long. And in OP10, it is 7 digits long. Using this version of the Fibber will allow you to shoot the ground in front of any enemy, which then splits the projectiles into 9 projectiles that all get amp damage from the B, leading to some insane damage. But again, the problem is farming this. I'll link 2 guides to mission farming rewards down in the description. One is for PC players, which tells you how to do read-only farming, and one for console players, which teaches you how to do cloud save farming. To obtain this gun, you'll need to do the Clothes Make the Man mission line from Mal and Iridium Blight. Once you have a solid Fibber and B combo, you can melt a bunch of bosses quickly.
And now we're down to number 3!
Coming in number 3 is the Lady Fist in Borderlands 2. This gun is exceptional on every difficulty, and you get it not long before the final boss fight of the game, making it an excellent tool to destroy that boss. Available in every element and also non-elemental, the Lady Fist is obtainable from the Uncle Teddy mission in Arid Nexus Badlands at the bounty board. When you complete the steps for the mission, you'll want to utilize the aforementioned farming methods to either read-only farm or cloud save this farm to get the best version possible. Win-win with a bandit grip is one of the most sought after versions, but honestly it's great even if it's not a perfect roll. What makes this gun so strong is that it has a 800% critical damage bonus. This means that you can also use this to crit swap with the Sandhawk. Shoot the Sandhawk toward the crit spots of an enemy, pause to go into your inventory, manually swap the Lady Fist into the spot where the Sandhawk was, exit your menu, and watch the damage go wild. This gun is also exceptional for Salvador as an offhand weapon, applying the crit damage to his main hand weapon. Pair this with a Grog and the damage plus slag is wild.
Number 2!
The Conference Call from Borderlands 2. Anybody that's ever used this gun knows why. Paired with the B shield, this gun can melt enemies even after the B and Conference Call nerf from years ago. Now that nerf, which was actually to the B shield, was one of the biggest, most painful nerfs in Borderlands history, but even still the Conference Call remains a powerful in-game gun in Borderlands 2. A lot of players highly covet their fire Conference Call to kill Hatterax, but the Conference Call is also available in all the elements or as a non-elemental version. This gun shoots pellets in a straight line that each spawn 2 extra pellets 8 times at even intervals of 0.05 seconds. Those extra pellets shoot out left and right of the main projectile path, allowing this thing to absolutely just shred enemies. Just like the convergence that I talked about earlier on this list, the real damage from this gun doesn't come from the direct shots, but from all the other projectiles.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mentions go to the Face Puncher, Redistributor, and Heartbreaker from Borderlands 3, the Company Man from pre-sequel, the Taser from pre-sequel, the Bitch, the Nidhogg, and the Nemesis from Borderlands 1 as well.
And you've been waiting for it! Here we are! Number 1!
Coming in at number 1 is the Butcher from Borderlands 3, and surprising absolutely nobody that's ever used it, the Borderlands 3 Butcher is just insanely fun to use. High fire rate, crazy accurate, available in every element or even in non-elemental, and the special effect basically keeps your mag full almost non-stop, since it has a chance to refill the magazine with a random amount of bullets as you shoot. And like most Hyperion weapons in Borderlands 3, it has the bonus of a front-facing shield when you aim down sights. This is a gun that absolutely owns in the hands of every Vault Hunter in Borderlands 3. And the best part? This thing is stupidly easy to obtain, even in normal mode. Now, the actual dedicated drop source for this thing is Titan at the end of Slaughter Shaft, but they also made it so that when you turn in lootograms to Crazy Earl and Sanctuary, you have a 25% chance to get a Butcher and a 25% chance for another great gun, the Lucian's Call. How do you get the lootograms? In Skywell on Promethea, right near the start, there's a Destiny Easter egg called Dinklebot. Kill him and he has a 100% chance to drop a lootogram. This is the Borderlands developers kind of poking fun at the early days of Destiny when you turn in engrams and get hot garbage, but like Destiny, the Borderlands devs did actually improve the quality of the loot from these things eventually, adding the Butcher to the loot pool. My advice to anybody wanting to get a bunch of lootograms to turn in, set your game to Mayhem 1 or even Mayhem 0. The lootograms have no level value whatsoever, so it doesn't matter when you obtain them. Once you've collected a bunch of them, say a good 20 or so, set your game back to Mayhem 11 and then go to Earl on Sanctuary, turn in your engrams, and enjoy your Mayhem 10 Butchers. So there you guys have it. That's my picks for the best Hyperion weapons in franchise history. I want to thank lootlemon.com for being an invaluable source of information that I use in these videos. Please go check them out. Now, what about you guys? What are your picks for the best Hyperion weapons? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, then hit subscribe because I post weekly Borderlands content. A like on the video is appreciated. Maybe share the video around with your Borderlands friends. YouTube also seems to think that you're going to like this video, so go ahead and click on that one. Give it a watch. Don't let the fun end here. Take care, guys.